Look, don't give me any crap. I know I'm late. The lottery happened like a couple weeks ago. I know. You don't have to say it anymore. Just about damn near all of y'all's favorite creators, if they do mock drafts, I've already posted one. And here I am, just now getting it done on the day of, it's like July 6th right now, maybe coming out July 7th. I have a reason, I have an excuse, not really. My excuse is that I like to take my time with these mock drafts and massage the hell out of my mock draft and every single one of my prospects. That sounded really weird and sus. I may delete. No BS, this took me exactly a week to go ahead and create after constant back and forth and battles and tugging and pulling in my mind about certain prospects, certain trades, and such things that could be going on. The word on the street is that this is a very special draft class. A draft class that gives me 2018 type vibes, and woo, we all know about the 2018 NBA draft class. They cemented their foot in the NBA officially during this playoffs. You got plenty of useful role players who made, what? Anyways, you got plenty of useful role players, plenty of up-and-coming stars, plenty of stars, and also 2 certified bona fide superstars. I can't believe I'm saying this, but there is no better time to be down bad than right now. There are way too many good role players in this class, a couple of all-stars, and even a clear-cut tier 1 superstar. All these players eventually, whether it be 1 year from now, 4 years from now, maybe 8 years from now, will be driving you crazy and you'll be rooting for them because of something spectacular and miraculous that they've done for your team. Before I dive deep into my annual mock draft bag, bro, I got a message for you. Now look, my birthday is in like 3 days, and I told y'all, I've been telling y'all since June like 20th something, bro. I'm doing a giveaway. What I'm gonna be giving away an NBA jersey of your choice. Could be Zaza Pachulia, JaVale McGee, Jamal Murray's girlfriend, like whatever you want. I got you. Just tell me what you want after you go ahead and leave a like, or not leave a like, actually follow me on Instagram, like every single one of my pics on Instagram, and then also I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe to my second channel. Those are the 3 things that you need to do in order to submit yourself into this jersey giveaway, NBA jersey giveaway. And maybe come Friday, that's when my birthday is, maybe come Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, one of those days on the weekend, I'm going to be live streaming on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing the draw live, so you guys don't think that any foo-foo or any sus or any rigness is going on here, boys. Remember, follow me on Instagram, like every single one of my pics, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel. A lot of y'all are over here skipping steps. Y'all have like comprehension issues. I don't know what's wrong with you. I hope you're doing well at school and all that type of stuff, but the steps are really simple, and just about maybe 1,000 people are submitted into this contest. So that means you, my friend, have a very strong chance of winning. With the #1 overall pick, the Detroit Pistons select Jalen Green. Bro, you can't be serious. What is wrong with you? If you seriously thought that anyone else was even considered to be picked other than Cade Cunningham, you need to get checked out, bro. You have serious mental problems, and guess what, buddy? Guess what, pal? I'm here for you. I'm going to leave a mental health facility down below, and either in the comment section, or better even yet, in the description box, so you can go ahead and get yourself checked in, because I dearly care for. We're a community, so I gotta make sure that my homies are straight. So if you don't know too much about Cade Cunningham, well, here's a brief synopsis about what I said about him in my last video. There's a tornado, it's hailing, bro, it's raining icicles, all that crazy stuff, and I'm scared as hell. The power went out, I'm freaking out, and I'm all alone by myself when my family is freaking out, bro. I need something to give me a sense of protection and security, and I just go ahead and get your blanket and put it over your face and just close your eyes. That blanket is a superstar. While your team may be losing its crap in the final 2-3 minutes of a clutch game to win, you don't have to worry, because the security blanket, aka Cade Cunningham, one of these type of players who will bring you home and make sure everything is okay, provides that type of reassurance and insurance. I'm happy for the Detroit Pistons and so many Pistons fans, and bro, I just be in my bag when it comes to these analogies. Cade Cunningham is that dude that you wish you had on your team. That dude that you fear for whenever he walks up on your home court, or maybe even away. The type of player that you pray to God to, or whatever you believe, don't want to step on no toes, that he don't go off. He poses a threat to every single team in the league. Not one team in the NBA is built to defend 6'8" crafted ball handler who plays at his own pace, gets his own buckets in all the ways you would want your traditional 1, 2, and 3 to get in the NBA today. He is universal. There is no universe where he isn't dominating at this sport. He is one of the best #1 overall picks we've had since Zion Williamson and Anthony Davis. Cade is that special. Special players do special things to any organization they touch down on. Especially on a team like the Detroit Pistons. Tell me why a bunch of you like a bunch of poor commenters. My bad, I try to be nice, y'all, but y'all took the context of this clip right here that I'm about to show you in the completely wrong way. Saddiq Bey.
You're not that guy, Pelch.
Isaiah Stewart.
Trust me, you're not that guy.
And all the other young players that they have like Dennis Smith Jr. and Josh Jackson, failed lottery picks. None of those dudes are not that guy. And there are only 20, maybe 22 if I'm being nice, dudes in the NBA who could say that they are that dude for their basketball team. Depending on your criteria, depending on the day too, it may be actually 11 to 13 who you can say that they are that guy. That guy, the term that guy meaning, if you build a good team around them that caters to their weaknesses, leave it up to them because they'll take that team and lead them all the way to the tippity top of the NBA. They're winning you a championship. They are and can be the #1 option. This player has a great chance of winning your favorite team a championship. With that being said, Killian Hayes is still not that guy. Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart is still not that guy. Saddiq Bey, I love that man. I love his hooping skills and his shot and stuff like that, but bro, he's not that guy. Jeremy Grant, he may have a slight chance to be that guy, but I don't think anyone should ever view him to be that guy. Appreciate him for what he is right now. Cade, on the other hand, is that guy. He's the guy who's gonna be able to elevate this team to the next level. He's gonna put Detroit on and help people realize how talented Beef Stew, Saddiq Bey, and Killian Hayes really is. And speaking of Killian, he really should be able to go ahead and coexist with Cade Cunningham. He's 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan. He is slightly bigger than the average 2 guard in the NBA. If he can just simply hit his shots and hit threes and play good defense, which he's already pretty good at, then the Detroit Pistons are looking good. The defense is there, and of course now Cade is there too. Detroit basketball is back. Detroit fans, I ain't gonna lie, you deserve it. With the #2 overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Jalen Green. Now, Mobley or Jalen Green. Now, this debate was at first, a couple months ago, not really a debate. Evan Mobley was clear ahead Jalen Green, but then as soon as the Houston Rockets landed the #2 overall pick, a lot of people were stumped. Left like this. Should the Houston Rockets really go ahead and use their pick on someone like Evan Mobley? Now, I personally believe and feel like Evan Mobley is the second best player in this draft class. In my mind though, I think it'll just be easier for the Rockets to go ahead and select Jalen Green. They are the type of team to do such a thing. They don't have much time to go ahead and sit there and wait for a big like Evan Mobley to make his adjustments when Jalen Green is literally right there and you know that your organization will get slandered for not taking him. Jalen Green is much more of a plug and play type player alongside KPJ, and also KPJ and Jalen Green are homies. They have a relationship. Something also important to note that is that the Houston Rockets GM during an online press conference said that he wasn't looking at fit whatsoever. He just wanted the best player available. And how basketball is right now is it's positionless. That's what he said out of his mouth. And that right there hints to me that he's gonna go ahead and select Jalen Green. He'd rather play 2 guards like KPJ and Green and trust and believe and pray to God that they work out rather than selecting another big who plays the same position as their new star big in Christian Wood. Now I know that NBA nerds and geeks like myself would love to see KPJ and Evan Mobley team up. It will be a fantastic duo for years to come. Meanwhile, in the other camp across the street that I'm low-key a part of too, bro, when it comes to straight vibes and you know what I'm saying, just chilling and have a good time, I would really love to see KPJ hoop with Jalen Green. Bro, screw basketball. We're talking about beyond basketball. We talking about swagger. We talking about vibes and turning up. But these two players alone are by far some of the coolest players in the league, and the Rockets' future backcourt easily makes them one of, if not the most waviest backcourt in the league. Kevin Porter Jr. has the capabilities to play the point guard position, and him knowing that he has the options and weapons to do such a thing could unlock this hidden feature in his game and just makes him an even better player. Also, another reason why I feel like Green may be the better decision is because you can't name a team with multiple great bigs, the all-star type bigs in the league right now who play together and who have won together. You just can't. It's always been a guard-oriented league. Regardless though, the Rockets are in a great position. Jalen Green is just as an exciting player as KPJ, or maybe even more. He is of course explosive, he can shoot, he has the handle, the curly hair, and a pretty smile. Who else would you rather have to be the face or one of the faces of your up-and-coming organization? He is a typical, not so typical, all-star score-first shooting guard that'll help Houston go places. Now if you're one of the few really weird NBA fans who think that they shouldn't select neither and go Jalen Suggs,
hold on, bro. How?
With the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Evan Mobley. Now I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it real for you because that's all I know. Evan Mobley on the Cavs, or really just any prospect or any player in the world on the Cavs, is not the most exciting thing ever, bro. Sorry to break news. But that trend will soon come to an end because of one of the best prospects available in Evan Mobley. He is the most interesting prospect in this draft because of how wide of a variety of tools he has in his toolbox. You heard it right, he doesn't have a bag. I know that's like my favorite word, but no, Evan Mobley has a toolbox. Because he's also useful in many ways and can pull off things that are unexpected from a guy his size. He has the mobility, you get it? Mobley and mobility, like, super awkward. Now you gotta for real delete that. You gonna lose Suggs, boy. I'm so sorry you had to hear it. But he does not only have the mobility of a guard, he also has the weight of a one as well. But he doesn't let that hold him back from doing great things on the court that will transform any team's offense and defense. Both of those things are what the Cavs are in need of. Now they already have great building blocks to build off of. Darius Garland has borderline all-star potential, and at the very least he can threaten to be one sometime throughout his career. Colin Sexton routinely gets disrespected because he is a 6'2" shooting guard who is seen as expendable, which may be true, but whether or not it is, that should not diminish his value. Jarrett Allen is a fine defensive player who was very much needed, and Evan Mobley is the perfect piece to bring all these pieces together. He literally cared to stop every single one of his teammates' weaknesses. Is the key, the brand new engine, or whatever you want to call it, to go ahead and rebuild the janky car that the Cleveland Cavaliers are. They have been struggling, they run out of oil, they need a new transmission, but maybe that transmission is Evan Mobley. Mobile oil, Evan Mobley, transmission oil, y'all see the vision. Cavs have been struggling and have never been taken seriously ever since 2-3 the great LeBron James has left. But Evan Mobley is great too, and I believe that he's great enough to pull the Cavs out of the slump. With the 4th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, Toronto Raptors select Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs is one of the easiest players to predict to get drafted. I was rooting for the Raptors to go ahead and get a higher draft pick because I just think that basketball is much better of a sport when Toronto Raptors fans and their media is fully engaged. You have some of the best fans in the world, I ain't gonna lie. Fred VanVleet just got paid a big bag as he should, as he deserved, and then they just recently got a steal that I've been trying to tell y'all about for like since before the NBA or the last NBA draft happened in Malachi Flynn. That man is the truth, and now here they are drafting a 6'4" Kyle Lowry-like PG. I say that because he will be Kyle Lowry's replacement. He is so similar to Kyle Lowry in a lot of ways, surprisingly in my mind. Now physically they do not compare, okay? Kyle Lowry looks like the average dude or the average like Walmart worker. There's nothing special about his physique. Man has been made fun of consistently in the NBA throughout his career about his weight, what he got working back there, the dump truck that he has, you know what I'm saying? That boy, they be calling him thick with 2 C's, boy. I've seen the most devastating memes about Kyle Lowry and what he has working back there so many times. Too many times on Twitter. And Jalen Green is built like a football player, as if he literally was one. Yeah, he was a football player. He was a quarterback in high school. But anyways, I'm not going to dive too deep into it. I think it's important to note that I do not think that Jalen Suggs has that franchise player type ceiling like an Evan Mobley or a Cade Cunningham or maybe even a Jalen Green because of certain limitations that he has in his game. Like his finishing isn't the greatest, his in-between game is not anything special and needs improvement as well. And I'd also like to note that his handle isn't elite, which is a key thing for all all-star guards in the NBA to have. But who is to say that he doesn't develop them? I believe he is a key piece, not the franchise. Great pick for Toronto. With the 5th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Jonathan Kuminga. Now Kuminga is one of the most interesting players in the Kuminga's one of the more interesting players in this draft because of the limitless outcomes that could happen in his career. He could either turn into the next Giannis Antetokounmpo or something similar to Pascal Siakam, or maybe even my best comparison for him right now is someone like Jeremy Grant, or worst case scenario, he could be like an Al-Farouq Aminu or a Luka Mbamute. It's crazy. As said, I think he's most comparable to Jeremy Grant. He could either be Detroit 22-point per game Piston Jeremy Grant or the Denver Nugget version of Jeremy Grant, which is still a super solid player and a definitely valuable one as well, but just not an elite one. Kuminga was gifted with an abundance of length and athleticism. He's just hard as hell to stop because of those things, and on top of that, he is indeed skilled and is still improving as a 3-level scorer. One of the biggest X factors about him is how well he can develop his shot. He's already a menace, a massive pain to deal with because he's skilled down there already, and he's only getting better. His shot is not broke, but his free throw percentage of 62% would still hint to it of being a work in progress. And oh yeah, his 3-point percentage and also field goal percentage and just any percentage you can think of is just not good. I believe Kuminga is a mini project and is exactly what a team like the Orlando Magic could use. I can just envision it right now. Oh my god, Jonathan Isaac goes ahead and gets a block or a steal, passes it to Cole Anthony throws it up and comes down with it, Jonathan Kuminga. I just envision it, bro. It just feels right. I think it is important though to note though to Orlando Magic fans that Jonathan Kuminga is gonna be a project. I wouldn't call him a super raw project, but I'd call him something like a mini project. He did average 16.7 boards and 3 assists in the G League. He is a mini project that I would be super excited to go ahead and get done and work. With the 6th overall pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Scottie Barnes. Scottie is easily one of my favorite players in this draft because of how simple and straight to the point his game is. There is nothing to dive deep into. You know what he is, what his limitations will be, and what his future could and probably will hold. There is no guessing game like Jonathan Kuminga, and for that exchange, his ceiling isn't as high, but that's okay because Barnes is a different type of special. Now, he's not someone you'd want to go ahead and average 25 to 28 points per game, or even anyone who has that type of ceiling. No, that's not what you'd want him to be. As said, he's a different type of special. The 6'9" forward with a 7'3" wingspan has top tier role player written all over him because all of his strengths and even weaknesses mimic the best role player in the entire NBA in Draymond Green. He is intense, he plays with maximum effort and efficiency on the defensive end, and he's a great playmaker and talented passer because of his vision, and he is also, of course, a great athlete. His game is really straight to the point, and any coach that comes his way will fall in love with him, and so will the fans, and after his fans, his teammates will as well. There are endless intense stories about him and how he treated his competition back in the high school days, and even on the youth team USA team. OKC is going to absolutely fall in love with him. Dealing with the lengthy lineup of Shea, Poku, Lil Dort is absolutely mind-numbing as hell because all their best players are mobile and can move. OKC, to no surprise, are going to be doing great things. Oh my god, my camera's about to die again. Okay boys, so what I'm going to do right now is probably stop this video right here and do a part 2 to my 2021 NBA mock draft. I think it's better to split it into 2 parts because I have a lot to say, but I don't have a lot of time right now. So catch me tomorrow, maybe Friday, and maybe posting this Saturday, I don't know, but part 1 is for sure going up tomorrow. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, follow my second channel, Yo Mojo, and also go ahead and like all my pictures on Instagram. We are 6 picks in. Next pick up is the Golden State Warriors, and I have something very, very special for y'all in the next installment of this mock draft. This is only part 1. I can't wait for y'all to see part 2. Part 2 coming up hella soon. Boom, we back. Camera is fully charged. It ain't gonna die on me or nothing like that. And we back to go ahead and complete part 2 of this 2021 NBA mock draft. And we gonna hop straight into it. The only other thing that I have to say is that if you didn't see part 1, go ahead and check that out right there. Other than that, let's get straight to it. With the 7th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors select Moses Moody. But wait just a second, the very first trade of the night just happened. Woj just tweeted it out. The Golden State Warriors are sending Moses Moody, the 14th overall pick, and James Wiseman to the Indiana Pacers in exchange for Miles Turner and TJ Warren. Now the Warriors do this move because of the super toxic relationship between Washington and Bradley Beal. So the Warriors go ahead and take charge and decide to part ways with Wiseman and these 2 other lottery picks because they do not have a long time to wait for Wiseman and 2 other young prospects to develop into a star. By the time they possibly develop into whatever these scouts projected them to actually being in the league.
On behalf of Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade and the International Movement for the Independence and Protection of African People, you have hereby been excommunicated from the African race, and we have rebirthed you into the European power structure.
Okay, I get it. My Golden State Warriors and Indiana Pacers trade may just be a tad bit OD. I have a new proposal though, alright? Now, before I go ahead and say my proposal, you may be wondering, Mojo, what is going on? You're in a bathroom right now. You're specifically in a bathtub. Things just got really weird. I really don't know myself, but the main focus of this entire thing right now should be my new trade. Now, instead of the Golden State Warriors making the trade with the Indiana Pacers, what they're going to be doing is making a trade. Look, y'all got it. I fell for the bandwagon. They're making a trade with the Washington Wizards for finally Bradley Beal. The Golden State Warriors go ahead and trade away, of course, Andrew Wiggins, both lottery picks, and also 2 more pick swaps just because of how stubborn the Washington Wizards have been over the past few years with giving up Bradley Beal. Now in this trade, I feel like they should go ahead and still select the same prospects. This one, number 7, being Moses Moody. Now in the video that you're about to see, I say that the Indiana Pacers are selecting him. No. Correction is going in right now. When I say the Indiana Pacers, I'm meaning the Washington Wizards. They go ahead and select Moses Moody, and at pick 14, they go ahead and select Shariefe Cooper for the sake of Russell Westbrook and his future. Now, there's no Bradley Beal. There's literally 0 point to having Russell Westbrook. Anyways, that's that, and I'll see you later. But anyways, like I was saying, you have a once-in-a-generational, once-in-a-lifetime type player in Curry, and you want to waste his time, waste Curry's time, Draymond and Clay's time in order to get him to play with a possibly prime Wiseman? A Wiseman? You want to wait on Wiseman. Bro, to hell with all of that. Give me Miles Turner, who be swatting shots left and right, and in his right arm, he got a burner. Please give the Warriors Miles Turner to let the Warriors get a couple of more runs in before Curry calls it quits and hangs up his jersey. I want to see Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Dre, and Miles, and TJ Warren coming off the bench being the killer 6-man that he was meant, born, and destined to be. The Warriors do all of this for that single man who wears number 30. And as for the Indiana Pacers and you Pacers fans, bro, aren't you tired of being mediocre, trash, booty butt cheeks, never the talk of the town? In my humble opinion, being middle tier, middle in the pack in the NBA is the worst tier. Simply because you have no hope and no direction. You ain't got nothing to truly look forward to. No star-studded young player who has the same potential as the De'Aaron Fox, a Trae Young, a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a John Morant. Nah, y'all ain't got none of that. Instead, y'all got a Malcolm Brogdon. Y'all got a Karis LeVert. I like him, but bro, he has a ceiling. Domantas Sabonis, he's actually fly as hell, but again, he has a ceiling. If I was a Pacers fan, bro, I ain't gonna lie, all I would feel is pain. But with this trade done right here, they go ahead and walk away with 3 lottery picks in total and also a center with loads of potential in James Wiseman. Depending on how the Futures use their pick, they're much better off for their future compared to with what they previously had. With the 8th overall pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Josh Giddey. The Orlando Magic are in a good position in the draft. They already have selected Jonathan Kuminga, who has an absurd amount of potential, and now they have their hands on one of the best passers in the NBA Draft. 6'8", handsome Josh Giddey. One thing that I can kind of nitpick about Orlando's roster is that they don't have a true facilitator. They just got score-first minded and offensive-oriented guards who are uber talented, like Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, and RJ Hampton. Giddey could easily play the primary PG role while not having to worry about being a scorer himself, since it seems like a thing he isn't the greatest at right now. Giddey can be the train conductor to all the talent that Orlando has. I'm in love with the fit. A starting lineup one day of Cole, Giddey, Kuminga, Isaac, and whatever serviceable center is available. Maybe it may actually become Mo Bamba, or it's Wendell Carter Jr., or whatever the case may be. I'm just loving the potential entertainment center that the Orlando Magic could be. With the 9th overall pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Alfred Sengun. But there's a Woj bomb, and it's looking like the Sacramento Kings are going ahead and trading away their 9th overall pick to the Dallas Mavericks. They swoop in out of nowhere and agree to trade away Kristaps Porzingis to the Kings in exchange for Marvin Bagley, Buddy Hield, and the 9th overall pick. There's no need to explain the Kristaps Porzingis situation and why he is being traded. He's just simply not living up to the hype next to Luka and has been having a hard time falling into that idea. A team like Sacramento will give him so many open looks coming from Halliburton, and Fox will make him feel so comfortable too on offense since he's looking to create contact and get to the rim. This option is much better than having to run to a smaller lineup with Hield and continuing to deal with the unhappy Marvin Bagley and selecting another rookie they can only hope that has a similar impact to day one as Halliburton. Now it is very possible that they do that. If the Sacramento Kings only agree to no trade, then bro, I got them drafting Frank Wagner, but I just do not see myself falling in love with that likely. It is time that they go ahead and roll the dice and get themselves out of 15 years worth of poverty. Poverty meaning they haven't made the playoffs in 15 years, bro. I was 7 years old the last time they made the playoffs, and I wasn't even watching basketball. That's just sad. It's time they roll the dice and take a chance on themselves. They're currently the most down bad team in all of sports right now, so what the hell could they possibly lose or miss out on by not drafting a rookie and going ahead and picking up a Kristaps Porzingis who obviously has a lot to prove? And as for the Mavs, you get an exciting young big who is the complete opposite of Tingis Pingis, a physical, willing passer and a former Turkish League MVP. And also in this deal, they get a Marvin Bagley. You can go ahead and test things out with him. If things don't work out though, when he ends up being an even worse fit or just really underwhelming, who cares? His contract is expiring. If anything, that is the main thing. He's gonna be a free agent in the summer of 2022. You didn't lose out on much. Let him kick rocks in the offseason and let him do his thing because, hey, guess what? You also landed one of the best shooters in the entire NBA in Buddy Hield. And you do not have to overpay for Tim Hardaway Jr., who is bound to get a big bag this summer. You don't have to take the hard way. If anything, you get to go ahead and take the easier way. And with this deal done, I'm pretty sure I took some of that pain away from Dallas Mavericks fans. Big W's in my opinion for both teams. With the 10th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Davion Mitchell. This is sort of obvious. The Pelicans are sort of in a hurry to make the playoffs and show Zion and his camp, aka his family, that they're serious about his future and won't waste any more time. And Davion is the best prospect in this area to select for that. If not one of the most, he is most definitely the most NBA ready prospect available. He is going to be 23 years old during his rookie season, and this 23-year-old will have an immediate impact. Josh Hart is currently their best two guard right now, and his future is pretty unclear, but it's okay because Davion Mitchell is here. He plays great defense regardless of his small stature of 6'2" and wingspan is 6'4". He plays so much bigger than he actually is. This is a great addition. The only worry that I have about him is his shooting. He shot 64% from the free throw line. If you know me, free throw percentage is a big thing when it comes to scouting prospects and how good and promising of shooters they will be in the NBA. 64% is really bad, and it is a major red flag for me, but at the same time, this man shot 45% from the three-point line on 5 attempts per game in college. That's some serious. It is super conflicting, and I'm not gonna expand any more brain power to that. With the 11th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Keon Johnson. Straight up, I ain't gonna lie to you, he gives me NBA YoungBoy type vibe. Keon is just so aggressive and ferocious on defense. He's a slasher and an athletic beast who just needs to be hooping with LaMelo Ball. I ain't gonna lie, this is not me saying that he is the best fit player right now when it comes to the Hornets' future and what they truly need, and I don't think this will actually happen, but hey, in Mojo's world, bro, I think it should happen. I need another lob option, bro. What can I say? I'm a man of highlights. I love LaMelo's highlights, and Keon is that. I can see him playing with LaMelo for a very long time because of how well he fits next to him. Great defender, he's a great slasher, and is exciting in transition. With the 12th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs go ahead and select Kai Jones. Now, Kai is super raw, but super gifted. I don't want to dive too deep into him because, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of tired and I'm really gassed. But Kai has an absurd amount of potential defensively, and also he has potential to do something special offensively as well. The best team out there for him right now are the San Antonio Spurs because of what they're known for and how they develop all of their young players. I want to see Kai on the Spurs. With the 13th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers go ahead and select Shariefe Cooper. Now I have a super hot take about Shariefe Cooper, bro. I wholeheartedly believe that he's probably going to finish as a top 5, top 6, worst case scenario, top 7 player out of this NBA draft class. But he won't be considered as even a lottery talent because of stupid, newly developed narratives about smaller guards in the NBA. As if we did not just see a 6'1" Trae Young who's like 180, 185 on a good day stomp on a bunch of giants and guards who are way bigger than him. Put that small guards can't thrive in the league lie to rest. Please. You can only thrive as a small young guard in the NBA if you have the same skills as Trae Young or a John Moran. They're both phenomenal passers and are great quick scorers who have an elite top tier handle on the ball that can allow them to get to any spot on the court that they like. Cooper is in the exact same mold. Now, he doesn't have a crazy jumper, it can't be shooting from the logo. It's actually below average as of now. And he doesn't jump out of the gym like Ja, but he has his own type of finesse and swagger to beat defenders, and also, I believe that he is the best passer out of this draft class. If Shariefe Cooper can just go ahead and develop into like a 34% three-point shooter and have a nice floater to his game, it's a wrap. He's a star point guard in the league, averaging 19 and 7, 21 and 8 a game, easy. Whether it be a Shariefe Cooper or a Zaire Williams or a Trey Mann or whatever the case may be for the Indiana Pacers, these type of ceiling raisers, these type of players with almost limitless potential are what the Indiana Pacers need, because they're such a boring, not only Indiana's like a boring place to be, but bro, not only is that place boring, but the roster's really boring too, and they just never have anything going on. With the 14th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft and the last pick of this lottery mock draft, the Golden State Warriors, aka the Indiana Pacers, go ahead and select Trey Mann. Now, Trey Mann is probably one of my 3 favorite prospects in this entire NBA draft. I'm in love with this game because it's just so physically appealing to the eye. He's smooth, he's super shifty, and he has a great handle to him. Now, Trey Mann, I've seen a lot of talk about him being a point guard. That man is not truly a point guard. He's like a combo guard. He's 6'5", he has a nice handle, and he can shoot the ball. Now, I'm not over here saying that he will be an all-star one day or anything kind of crazy like that, but he definitely has that type of potential, and you'd be crazy to think that he doesn't. Trey Mann is easily a top, in my opinion, he has top 10 type of potential, and he has the potential to finish as a top 10 player out of this draft class once it's all said and done. And again, the Indiana Pacers need players like this. Now, I do understand that they already have a player who is literally in the exact same mold as Trey Mann and Caris LeVert. But Caris LeVert is like, what, 25, 26, maybe 27 years old this up-and-coming NBA season. Why not go ahead and pick up a 20, 21-year-old Trey Mann and develop into something much bigger than possibly what Caris LeVert ever could be? Who knows? This was the end of my 2021 NBA mock draft though. This was part 2. If you're too lazy and don't feel like going back and forth between 2 different videos, I'm posting the full 2021 mock draft part 1 and part 2 into one video come Tuesday. I just want to go ahead and take my time to say thank you to y'all who've been supporting me. The age 21, me being 21 was like so lit, bro. I accomplished and did so many things in my real life and also in this YouTube stuff too. I've gotten so many offers, so many deals were in place. You know what I'm saying? I experienced what a dead YouTube channel was like, and that's something that I don't ever want to experience. And I was able to go ahead and beat the YouTube shadow banning system, and now we're just back up, and now we're just back to normal basically. And it's just like an experience that I will never forget, and it's not none that I ever want to go back to. So go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and just know that I really appreciate y'all. And one thing that I want to let you know is that you have the ability to go ahead and make your day great, and I want you to do exactly that. Until then, I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made the surf, free the way, told my girl who'd ever